Audi Q5, not new, not flashy, but where does it really outrank its competition? Well, check out this video review from Queer4Cars and you will find out. Hey guys and gals, it's William Westhopper from Queer4Cars, and we're here in the 2021 Audi Q5 Quattro. Now this is close to a full-size SUV, though I think it's just a tad under the full-size size, but it's bigger than the mid-size SUV and certainly a lot bigger than the small SUVs. And this vehicle that we're driving, this test vehicle that we're driving, has a $53,000 price tag, which is well under the $60,000 prices that you're often seeing on SUVs of this size. And I have to say, I am just really excited about this car. I love how it drives. I have been very pleased with everything about it. There are a couple of things that I don't like, but I certainly can get over that. One of the things that I really do like is how well it handles the power of the 2-liter engine, and it's not a turbo, it's just a 2-liter engine, is excellent. Fuel economy has been good. Styling is nice. It's very, very subdued and quiet with the 2-liter engine. And I have to say, for under $54,000, this is an amazing buy for a SUV that has pretty much all of the technology and all of the luxury items, and most importantly, a quality ride and excellent fuel economy. Now, why do I like this Audi Q5 Quattro? Well, I like it because of the space that it has inside, both passenger and cargo space. More importantly, I really like the vehicle for the amount of power it has for that small 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and of course the performance that it gives and fuel economy, which is great. But really what I like about it is the driving comfort of this vehicle. I can really see why so many people have gone and bought an Audi Q5. So let's take a drive in it. So plenty of power when you need it. It does have paddle shifters if you want it. It also has the manual. If you want to get into sport mode, you can do that. Handling is very good on city streets, on roads like this, but it also handles quite well on the highway as well as on backcountry roads. The drive select mode, I'm not quite sure that I know what it does. I'm going to go into dynamic and see if it makes a change on it. Yeah, I think it changes the shifting a little bit, and it may actually change the suspension a little bit. I've got to do a little bit more research on that. It's one of the benefits of the all the electronic transmissions and the electronic drive components. So let's take a look at the inside of this Audi Q5. I like how it's designed. It's got a nice clean look, very German. Even the center display screen is nice. It's clear. It's very simple. There's not a lot to go on to. Your different entertainment options. So where's that? Certainly your phone, which I have mine connected to Bluetooth. William Hopper speaking. Nope, another spam call. What I really like is the wireless device charging, and that has it right here in a good spot for it, and it works nicely. Though I didn't realize that when I slid device charger back for the water bottles that it doesn't just close that off. You can still put your device in here. You just don't have quick access to it, so without moving the center console up. The wireless charging is a cover that covers over the cup holder. So when the cup holder is closed and inoperable, the wireless charging space is there, which is fine. Phone also can fit there or fit there, so there's plenty of spots and it could fit there. Wireless charging would be nice down here, but no, they have wireless charging back here. Now, something that I've really found that I like about this vehicle is that when you open up the door and you've left your device in the car,
your mobile device is still in the vehicle.
It lets you know that your mobile device is still in the vehicle, and that is great. I really do feel Audi has one of the nicest map displays, and what's nice about this is it falls there, and it also fills up on the driver's dash display, which is great because you can use it from there, so you don't have to look over to your right for that. You can look right down there. Now, this does not have a heads-up display, which would be nice to have, which we've seen on a couple of the other vehicles we've reviewed recently. And the view on that, if you wanted to go and change the view on the driver's dash display, I can have the big gauges that I like and that I want to use, or I can go back and have smaller gauges but still have a bigger view of the map and the fuel gauge and all the other little details there. I can scroll through, can tell me my driver's assistance programs, whether they're active or not, what's happening with my device, my phone, and of course back to the map. So really like this a lot. It's very easy to use. These controls down here, it's nice to have buttons to push as opposed to a touch screen, which you're really not sure whether it's touching, and when you touch those touch screens, it's just full of fingerprints. Inside the Audi Q5, we were very pleased with the space, the passenger space, and the cargo space, but more importantly, the comfort for the driver and passengers. And the front passenger area, of course, quite comfortable there. Very clean, very simple, not a lot to do. The interior trim is nice. Seating is comfortable. Now, it might be just me, but when I opened up the door and get into the Q5, the step over is a little high, and if you're not used to it, it'll take a little bit of time to get used to it. But it's pretty easy to get into, and that's really not a negative in any way, shape, or form. Interior is very nice, well laid out, very simple, very clean lines. There's not a whole lot of extra things going on here. There's nothing flashy that's happening. Do of course have a front USB port, the 12-volt outlet there, and a USB-C outlet here at the back of the center console. So what are you going to find in the back row and the second row? Well, you have the 60-40 rear seat split here, which can be operated by side controls on either side. And if you want, you can even put the center down for long items. Now, that's really useful if you're carrying skis or something that's long and thin. I really like that in SUVs. Now, of course, this center seat isn't really a great seat for anybody, even though it does have a seat belt and all there, the seat space. You've got this big hump there, so it's a little bit hard, but it is also the center console with this little cup holder there. I think that little cup holder is a little chintzy. I don't know that it needs to be there like that, but it does provide a flat surface when it's closed, which is nice. Up front, have your two charges, USB charge outlets, a 12-volt charge outlet, and also you can control your HVAC controls right here for each of the rear passengers, which is really nice. 2 map pockets on the either side, and of course the Bang & Olufsen stereo. And you do have the nice glass moonroof above you. Only the front of it is operable. The back is a fixed glass piece. So very nicely appointed. It's easy to get in and out of. Little place there to hang something on. These little nice handles. So the doors are nice and solid, and they sound solid when you close them. So very good there. Pretty simple, classic German. You're not going to see a whole lot of things going on in the back. And of course, nice little LED spotlights in here. And I got to say, I really do like the interior LED lighting. It's very well done. So one of the great things about this Audi Q5 is the cargo space, and actually we really found this car to have a lot of space inside the cargo area. Now this hatch can be moved up by pushing it up. It can be closed by pushing this button, and it can be locked and closed by pushing this button. So just push it and it closes, and it will also lock the vehicle as long as your key is outside of the vehicle. Now, we were looking for a kick, and couldn't find it on this vehicle. So it might not be enabled, or it just might not be part of the options on this. Also, this is not a proximity key like we found on some of the other vehicles. When the key is close to the back hatch, it will open. That does not happen on this vehicle. So you have key operation, you have operation under here. You can also open the hatch from the opening inside the driver's front door. Plenty of rear cargo space here, and if you need more, just pop the two handles on either side and the rear seats go down so that you get more space. And I have to say that you've got plenty of cargo space in this vehicle to even be able to put a 6-foot ladder in here with not a problem. You do have to move the right front seat up, but not so much that it impedes the view through the rear view mirror. So lots of cargo space, and that's a real big plus for an SUV, because that's what you want. You want to be able to haul people, and you want to be able to haul cargo, and that you can do with this vehicle. Now, you're not going to find a full-size spare tire back here, but what you will find is a inflatable space saver spare tire, as well as the tools, other items that you're going to need when you're having to change your tire. And there's a couple of small spaces to put little items in here, but you couldn't go and hide a laptop or anything really big back underneath this cargo floor. And it just pops right in there. Snap, snap, snap down. You've got little spots on either side to hold things. Got places over here to hang grocery bags off and other little hook-ons. So there's plenty of space there. For the German market, you would be able to put your flares and things up in there, but this is just another little spot that's in there that you could use to put something in if you needed to hide stuff. So that's the rear cargo area of the Audi Q5. So Audi's Q5 SUV is not new to the market in any sense of the word. It has been around for a number of years. It's been a great seller for Audi, and you can see why. So Audi has a long history of being an affordable luxury brand. It was a luxury brand long before some of the competitors from Asia came along. Now the price point of the Q5, it starts in the low 40s. This tester that we are driving is in the low 50s. And really, where are you going to find a 4-door SUV with cargo space that seats 5 people for under $55,000 basically, that has all the amenities that this Audi Q5 has? That's going to be a tough one to get out there. Now, one of the things that the Audi Q5 has going for it is the 4 doors and the hatchback. It's not the most stylish vehicle, and you really would almost confuse it with some of its other competitors like VW's Tiguan and some of the other vehicles out there, because it really does not stand out. And maybe that's what you want. You don't want a vehicle that's going to just stand out and be flashy. If you want one of those, we have reviewed plenty of flashy SUVs. Check out our channel for more of those SUVs. Subscribe to our Queer4Cars channel here on YouTube. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. And of course, like and follow this video so you'll see more of our videos on other new cars and trucks that we review. Check us out on Queer4Cars.com, our blog site, as well as on TikTok at DC Car Guy, and check out our Instagram at Queer4Cars.